Sonia Fernandez, and what a pleasure it is to be standing here in front of all of you wonderful people and saying welcome to Design POV, powered by Taboo EBM, our design partners Birla, Opus Paints, network partner All Home, supported by CREDAI-MCHI, luxury mobility partners BMW and Mini, growth partners MAFA, and this wonderful experience that you see, it has been organized by Totality Solutions. You shout out everyone. And I'd like to invite our very first guest of honor here forward, Mr. Vijay Wadhwa, Chairman, the Wadhwa Group, is with us this morning. How has your personal lens shaped the way you look at design?
The way it has been organized, a person who's wanting to make something innovative,
Yes.
he sees it for himself, experiences it. It gives him some idea, okay, this is how I can do for myself.
Correct.
It's a good initiative.
I want to call forward our guest of honor, Mr. Rakshit Hargave, CEO of Birla, Opus Paints, Aditya Birla Group. Welcome. If you could, quickly tell us that what's the next shift or trend that you see or you could share with us in the world of color and design? Something that's food for thought for all of us at Design POV, sir.
So, as in Birla Opus, we've come with a full range of products. But I think when you actually work with architects and designers, you actually want to take ideas from them to see how you can translate what they're thinking ideas into products that you can innovate in our factories. So I think we are here to learn. We are here to learn from experts. I've been doing a short walkthrough, and there are many excellent stalls. Many of them are using Birla Opus products, but I think we are just waiting to improve.
Proudly conceptualized by Establish, our knowledge partner, breaking the myths of luxury housing and good design.
What is luxury to your mind when it comes to projects? And you are known to make a project with the least amount of FSI. W54 was a classic example with only 1.33 FSI. What were your thoughts behind that project? And overall, what are your thoughts about FSI and low density to promote luxury?
We had got the plans approved for the same project for FSI 4. Wow. FSI 4. वो मिनिस्टर से मिलके पब्लिक पार्किंग भी कराया, सब कराया. आप समझो मैं आपको दिल की बात बता रहा हूँ. पर जब मैंने प्लान देखा ना, मैंने कहा is it a vertical chawl I am making? Is it a vertical slum I am making? I thought I am not doing justice to my profession. If I want to leave my legacy of my company, I have to create structures.
What's the design philosophy that you use?
Vijay said something about FSI. Let me try and put some light on that. To every developer out there, you cannot take FSI to your grave and you cannot take FSI to the heaven. So it's like money. If you can't consume it, you have to leave it. And in that act is where you can create good buildings. This is my personal point of view. So in my view, luxury is a very, very personal thing. But the basic principles are high quality planning, very, very good movement within the building, and very good access to light, ventilation and air, because humans are hardwired to feel good next to nature.
Umang bhai, whenever we think of central Mumbai or South Mumbai, the first thing that comes to our mind is heritage. And now given the entire redevelopment spree that's happening, how do you look to blend heritage and modern appeal into the projects that you do?
So basically, when we look at central and South Mumbai, the residents and the occupants don't want to leave their heritage per se. They want to preserve and conserve. And that is what the philosophy has to go in the design. So when we do the podiums, when we do the lower levels of the building, recently we did something at corner of 5 near 5 Gardens. We have tried to retain the heritage of 5 Gardens, and the building at the top where you reside has to be modern and easy to maintain. So you need a blend between the modernity and the heritage of that locality.
How do you see the luxury landscape evolving in Thane?
For me, luxury is like a one word defined is aiding to happiness index. See, in a life we are forgetting happiness index. So that is the most important. અને થાને, by the grace of natural God, that is a mountain, water, and in between the space. Here, some architects are there. It is the best in Vastu. So it is the best in luxury, like. So it adds to a mind happiness of the people.
Karl, it is always thought that, when it comes to luxury, it's only the location that is the pivotal part. But how about creating an experience which can offset the locational disadvantage which a project would have? What's your take on that?
So, not just location, often luxury is mistaken with size as well, which is a big misnomer. Because you can gain happiness and you can gain, satisfaction in a size that fits you. So often what happens is, in the aspiration of trying to buy a real estate property at a higher price, which is a larger size, what ends up happening is the customer ends up effectively working for the bank because he has to pay that money back to the bank. And most people like to move pretty much near to where they've grown up, unless they're moving to another city or something. And therefore, because of this, current curse of FSI, you see an abnormal number of projects coming with larger size apartments, and that customer simply isn't there in those numbers. This is the problem. So I think a lot of developers have identified who is the customer, what is that customer's ability to spend, and a lot of guys are getting it right. And I would caution a lot of the developers who are building stuff assuming that I have to consume this FSI and therefore I have to make big apartments. You will reach a point where you'll have to sell it at a lower price.
I think that's a very relevant point. I think, the play of data analytics in real estate really is helpful here, because even before you start your design, it's so important to understand what is the right sizing of the configuration you are looking to plan. So say probably a 3 BHK in central Mumbai would be a 1200 square foot, but that might not be the case if you're going to Thane or if you're doing western suburbs. So there are beautiful companies like CRE Matrix, Lyzers Forest, PropStack, Prop Equity. They throw up data about, what exactly is the configuration which works well. And I think then reverse working, because that's so relevant. You've planned a large layout, but ultimately the customer says my budget for 3 BHK is 5 crores. Now, even if you build 1500 square foot or you build 1200 square foot, that budget's not moving the needle. What is the mistake that one does? And it could be something that you've experienced in the wide array of work that you've done, or something that developers usually do while planning, luxury products. One was, of course, what Karl said, not doing the right sizing. Just luxury equates to higher square footage. That was one mistake. But what would be the other mistakes that you would say? Domnic, sir?
Mistakes are many, but it's all a learning. So the point is that, the point is that we all follow more like a herd mentality. If, like Karl rightly said, when we came to Mumbai, you had a one-room kitchen. Then when the kids came in, you had a one-bedroom. When the kids were getting married, you got a two-bedroom. When they had a family, you developed to a three-bedroom. This is the transition we see. So we started now thinking that all are going to buy two bedrooms, we don't build the one bedrooms. So that's one design fault which we see. Yes, I know there are a lot of issues that to attend to that parking, or the cost of one bedroom will be much more higher than a three-bedroom. All that is said, but as it said, it has to be a demand and supply aspect of that. That's one part of it. The second part of it, which again Karl again said, is the open space. We really compromise at times for the open space to consume that FSI, which is not a good price to sell. We all don't understand the NAV of business in real estate. Because we think that the tide is always going to be high, we'll always go to high price. It's never like that, Harshul.
Umang bhai?
Yeah, I think in the greed of getting more built-up area and FSI, we should never compromise the height and the volume of the apartment.
Amazing.
Most of the developers who have done 9 feet 6 inch ceiling heights, and person like Karl, when he puts up his hand, he's going to touch the fan. So
The classic 2.9 meters.
But I'll interrupt Umang. You need to come to Birla, then you can't put your finger up.
so even in the civil aviation restricted heights, the developer has to be compromising one floor, but don't compromise height. This is the learning which we always look forward to. Secondly, please don't give too much of tower parkings and robotic parkings. This is a very different ball game. People want convenience in the morning. You have an emergency at home. Some house lady wants to drive the child to the school. They will not get the car for 15 minutes. So these are the common mistakes which most of the developers sometimes fail to address. And third is that when you have a chance to make your brand name or make yourself felt present in that particular locality, never compromise luxury, natural light ventilation, and if possible, try to make 3 sides open. Each apartment, if designed for 3 sides open, is the best vastu that we can give to our next generation. I think these are the learnings of our company.
That was a masterclass in luxury. And I think it's so important, the floor to floor height, that whole concept, because square footage is two-dimensional. So, we get carried away in that part, and the importance of design aesthetics with your floor to floor height. I think absolutely BMC allows right from 2.9 meters to 4.1, 4.2. So, that's the wide array available, and anything north of 3.3, 3.4 is considered, at least in human interest, better.
You should start advertising the volume of your flat now.
Yes, very true, very true. RERA is asking for parking volume. What is the height of the parking? Now we all as developers should advertise the volume of the flat.
I think very, very valid point and a very enriching discussions. I think this was absolutely a masterclass for what is do's and don'ts on luxury living, and it has actually redefined a perspective, because earlier I'm sure everyone would agree that luxury only meant higher prices, but we've sort of redefined it that luxury could be in any strata. It is about enhancing your well-being, enhancing your lifestyle, and enhancing the standard of life. Thank you everyone for listening in to us.
Thank you.